Hello and welcome back to It's New. We got the whole crew with us today. I hope everybody's doing well. Greg, what do you got for us?
We have a recipe for success for recipe bloggers.
And Mordy?
AI overviews have expanded into the void.
And Anu?
Vehicle sellers can now do like a build to order option in the merchant center.
And Google says, who cares about accessibility in their JavaScript SEO documentation? Whenever you're ready, Greg.
All right. So we've heard a lot about it on this show. We've covered a lot on Marketing Clock and had the fine folks from Inspired Taste, well, at least Adam on over there. There has been some issues that are Frankenstein recipes showing up in AI mode, in AI overviews, and then also in the new, what's the new Google Personal Intelligence that kind of blended of both. Robbie Stein from Google has said, we've heard the feedback about the recipe results in AI mode, and they're making better updates to connect people with recipe creators on the web. So basically what is going to happen is when you search those for recipes, you're going to be able to tap on the dish to see the recipe sites. And then there'll be a short overview, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be pulling in all the ingredients, all the cooking instructions, and everything like that. Google also said we're planning on bringing helpful information like cook time, things like that, recipe results, which are useful for deciding on a recipe. But the main new core there is that you will be hopefully seeing more traffic if you're a recipe blogger, because Google will be sending off of AI mode to the recipe site. And just a quick update from Inspired Taste. They said, hats off to the team. We're humbled that your team has been listening, actively working on updates based on honest feedback. And then they said just that the Frankenstein needs to be removed, essentially. So this is good news. This is good news.
Yeah, it is good news. I just don't know if it's going to lead to much more traffic, because you have to still click. You read the AI Frankenstein results anyway. Are you going to go click over? More likely to click over than before, but still, I don't know.
But it seems like there'd be less Frankenstein and more sort of like overviews of what the recipe is, cook time, things like that. And then, hey, you want the recipe, you have to go, for some sites, read people's life story and birthing story.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
waiting for
solution.
What?
It's like a Frankenstein solution to the Frankenstein problem.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, and they seem like, I think Inspired Taste did go on and said like he is still seeing the Frankenstein results. Like it's still taking his results and like Frankensteining it up. So I'm hoping the more to come is to remove the Frankenstein stuff.
Well, I at least in Robbie's video, I liked it because you got like a little example, a little snippet of what it was. It opened up on the right-hand rail, and I think it was like tomato tarts or something like that. It showed a little bit of information, but there was no recipe that was concocted from various sources and made up, right? It just, if you want the actual recipe, you have to go to the creator site.
Right, it definitely is an improvement. So we'll see how it rolls out. And then one other thing on the recipe side, they're actually testing this when you're in like Google search results and you do a recipe search. There's like this learn more with AI mode, and found the recipe. Want to see how to make this faster using shortcuts or a pressure cooker, and then you click a yes and it'll take you into like AI mode and so forth. So there's another trigger to take you directly into AI mode for recipe results, which I think is probably related to this announcement, but we haven't seen this before, I don't think, until now. And then we got some drop downs.
Ooh, yeah. Let's drop this news on you. So AI overviews, was this confirmed? It was spotted by Shaheem and it's basically when you search for an AI overview, you search for something, you pull up the AI overview, it has those expandable tabs. It's kind of like a knowledge panel has that expandable tab things, and it's breaking out by topic. This looks like a Frankenstein between AI overviews and the knowledge graph to me kind of thing. But it has like sub-subjects. Like in this case, it was latte, key components, how it's made, variations, and you click the drop-down button. But Barry's point about this, and I never knew Barry was so space sensitive before, but it really is.
My space.
No, and now it tracks. Like you are someone I feel like very space. Yeah. Big hugs.
You should trademark that, Barry. Call it MySpace.
Oh, good idea. MySpace. I'll do that.
the drop downs don't line up exactly. There's a giant void of like white space next to the images they have in the top right hand corner.
Yeah, and this is live. I mean, this is not. I mean, I'm able to replicate this, so it's super weird. But I assume I don't know. It's not for every single AI overview, so it's weird. But yeah, the space is a little bit awkward. But maybe they'll fix that.
Kind of like this space.
Like this space is a little awkward for sure. But if you want to get it built exactly the way you want, there's a new feature or attribute for it, right?
Yes, there is. A car salesman can decide that they want to sell the car they have on the lot, or even a car that isn't on the lot yet, because Google has now introduced a new availability value in Google Merchant Center. And this is, built specifically for vehicle users. And it's like this new attribute built to order that lets dealers flag vehicles that aren't physically in the inventory, but can be customized and ordered by customers. Sellers will need to update two areas. There's structured data and set the availability to build to order, no space, and their Merchant Center feed set to build to order with space. Anyway, consistency between structured data and feed submission is now critical so that you avoid disapprovals. So that's a new opportunity for people trying to sell cars that are not ready.
Have any of you actually built a car, build to order? Have any of you done that?
No.
I've done it once actually.
Oh,
Really?
Also, isn't it like
they wanted to charge me for like it's I had time and they wanted to charge me for all these features. I'm like, I don't need these features. I just want the car without like the sunroof, without this, without that. They're like, oh, we can build that for you. Just take a few months. I'm like, let's do it. And they did it.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it cheaper or more expensive to wait the
cheaper? Because I took out all the features. I took out like all I wanted was CarPlay back then. It was like the first car to have CarPlay. I'm like, I don't want these other features. They're like, okay.
Oh, interesting.
What took you for a feature?
Now you need the features. I've seen some of those videos you're out there. You need auto driving. You need crash control. I've seen you vlogging from the road.
Yeah.
You need all the features.
You're the reason we need automated cars.
Yeah. I do like the
Google
technology.
car.
I don't use a sunroof, so I don't really care about that. But like in terms of I don't need the features in terms of that, but I need the features in terms of technology. I need the technology. But what Google doesn't need is accessibility, because they updated their JavaScript SEO documentation to say and get rid of the whole this design for accessibility section. Google said it was removed because basically that it's outdated advice, and that Google could actually go ahead and process content that's loaded for JavaScript without a problem. It's not hard for Google to actually process content generated via JavaScript. There was a line in there that says it may be hard for Google to see that type of content because of accessibility issues, but that's no longer the case. There are some cases where Google has an issue with JavaScript for like metadata, structured data, because that takes, if you want to like generate metadata or structured data and similar things like that using JavaScript, it might just take a little bit longer for Google to actually see that information and so forth. But that stuff in general, loading content in general, is not a problem for Google. Keep in mind, just because it's not a problem for Google, it doesn't mean it's not a problem for things like ChatGPT, like OpenAI, and other AI search engines. So keep that in mind. But anyway, Google removed that section from the documentation because Google is really, really good at actually handling JavaScript these days. And that's what we got. Anyway, we're back hopefully on Monday with more It's New. Make sure to check out the respective channels. I'm not going to point. Marketing Clock, PPC Live, and SE Ranking for all the respective channels. And I think Marketing Clock drops a new video every single Monday. So definitely take a look at that. And the other ones are just surprised. If you get a video, you'd be lucky and you're happy. So
we share the news too, the new news.
What new news?
What
That
news?
if you're coming to SMX Advanced, you may see us. Are we
You may
allowed
see
to break
us.
that?
I think so. Yeah, we might do a live at XMX, one of these shows. So if you're coming to XMX in Boston in June, I think first week of June, I think it's going to be on the Thursday morning or something, or Friday morning. I'm not sure. We don't have exact details, but yeah, if you want to catch us live, feel free to come to the XMX show in Boston in June.
Yeah, they did request that I wear a paper bag over my face, and I will be doing that. So you can show up. It's fine.
Appreciate that. All right. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.